guys, welcome back to my new video. I really hope everyone's keeping well under current circumstances. But just to lighten the mood, I'm here with a new video, and today I'm going to be showing you how I do my makeup for my Thorn cosplay. I'm currently the disembodied voice of Julie, and we're just going to have a look behind the scenes at how I do everything. I do apologise if the footage here is a little extra cringy, but what matters is actually really enjoying myself when I'm doing this cosplay, and I'm just really happy with how this makeup turned out. So I hope the process will be interesting for you guys to see. I was always such a huge Scooby-Doo fan as a kid, so when I first saw the Witches' Ghosts and we were introduced to the Hex Girls, I knew that I was both in love and that I also wanted to be them. So yeah, I've achieved my childhood dreams with this cosplay. Anyway, I ramble on too much with makeup videos. Let's just get started. I always make sure I do these videos with a clean face, but I'm just going over my face with an oil removing wipe before we get started. So the first product we're using is our Makeup Academy Pro Base Primer, specifically targeting the drier parts of my skin. And to target the oily parts of my skin, I'm just going to be using Makeup Revolution's Mattify Primer. For our concealer, we're using Makeup Revolution's Conceal and Define in the shade C1. This is a super-sized tube I'm using, which is a godsend if you are a cosplayer. I then apply this to the problem areas on my face. I'm targeting spots and broken blood vessels here. And just taking a wet beauty blender and blending that all out. Next for our foundation, we're going to be using e.l.f. Flawless Satin Foundation. This is in the shade Pearl. I applied 2 pumps to the back of my hand and then used my beauty blender to apply this to my face. When it comes to cosplay, a lot of the characters we want to do have very flawless skin, and for a human to achieve that is just not possible whatsoever. Just a warning, if anyone is offended by copious amounts of concealer, I would advise looking away now. I particularly get a lot of dark circles under my eyes, so I really slap the concealer on here. It may seem a little crazy, but this works a charm for me, and it means that my makeup will last the entire day at a convention. If it works, it works. Now we want to set that foundation and concealer. For this, we're using Makeup Academy's Loose Setting Powder. To apply this, what I actually do is I take my wet beauty blender and then I take the flat edge of this, which I haven't used for concealer or foundation, and I dab this into the setting powder and then apply it directly to my face. After I've let this sit for at least a minute, I then take a big powder brush and buff it all out. Now, moving on to eyeshadow. We want to start out by using an off-white colour. I'm using the Jeffree Star Morphe palette here, but of course this is completely open to interpretation. Next we're applying a medium pink matte shade. This will be applied just to our eyelids, making sure not to go too far above your crease here. Next I'm dipping into a fiery red shade, which I'm going to use around the crease and the outer corner of my eye, just making sure to blend that as I go. Once we've got that medium red shade applied, we're going to then go into a darker, more burgundy red shade. This again is applied to the outer corner of the eye and blended out from there. Once we've made ourselves look thoroughly ill from our red eyeshadow, we're then going to go ahead and apply a nude shimmer to the middle of our eyelids. I'm using this gorgeous peachy tone and I'm actually just applying it directly with my finger. And I'm also adding a pure white shimmer to the inner corner of my eye. And to just add a little bit of contrast to the full makeup look, we're adding a nice dark brown. We're going to apply this to our outer corner and crease. And once again, making sure we blend that all out smoothly. And to just tidy everything up, I'm taking my lighter brush and applying the off-white powder just around the edges of my eye and just making sure everything's nice and neat. Next, we're moving on to our eyeliner. This is the NYX That's the Point liner. This is a really nice chunky liner that works perfectly with my fibro hands. I really struggle to grip kind of smaller brushes and pens, So this is perfect. I'm kind of almost doing my liner off screen just because of how difficult it is for me to do my liner. I've got very shaky hands, so I do take a little while to do this, and I do have to do a lot of it off camera. I then choose this time to put in my contact lenses. Because of how shaky my hands are, I have to do this in a pretty specific order. A lot of people will always apply their contact lenses first just to make sure no makeup residue gets under the lenses, so I just have to be really careful when I'm putting my lenses in. Next we're doing our mascara. We're using the Barry M. That's how I roll waterproof mascara. So next we're moving on to eyelashes. These are actually part of the Little Mix range, so I'm not sure if you can still readily get these eyelashes. I did have a few packets stockpiled for a couple of months, so if they are still available, I will leave a link in the description below. Next for the eyebrows, we're going to be using our Makeup Academy All-in-One Shape, Shade and Highlight in the shade Dark. I use this eyebrow kit for every day, so please do ignore how mangled the packaging is. I make do with what I've got, and I use the life out of every single makeup product that I buy. For Thorn's eyebrows, we are doing quite an arched brow. She does have quite intense eyebrows, so we're making them very defined, and I'm sorry, I don't really know how to describe eyebrows really. Watch and see. As you can tell, I've got naturally light eyebrows myself, so the second I get my eyebrows on, I'm really feeling myself. Now again, the packaging that I've got here is so badly damaged, but this is a Makeup Revolution contour palette. So I'm starting with the medium brown tone, and I just use it up the sides of my nose to thin it out a bit because I do have quite a wide nose. So I use a little eyeshadow brush for this, and then I go in with a blending brush and blend it all out. I then take a little line of brown contour just above the tip of my nose, just to give it a little upturned effect. I'm then putting a line below my lips and blending it out. Then taking the brush through the dark and medium tones, and I'm just using this to define my cheeks and brow. Next we're moving on to our highlight. So I'm taking my two neutral highlight tones first, and I'm applying them to my nose. Next I'm taking a slightly more intense highlight, and I'm applying this to my brows. And with that same highlighter, we're going to highlight our cheekbones. And for our blush, I'm using an I Heart Revolution blusher in the shade Peach. I'm applying a little bit to my cheeks, but I'm also applying a little bit to my nose as well. So next I'm moving on to my lips. To start off, I take a basic black liner and I just line my upper lip in black. Once I have that upper lip fully lined, I'm then going ahead and applying black lipstick to my upper lip. So I actually lost my black lipstick before doing this video, so I did need to use Snazaroo paint just to fill in for it. For our bottom lip, we're taking a burgundy lip liner and just lining that bottom lip. I'm then using Barry M's Matte Me Up liquid lip paint. This is in the shade Paparazzi. So that's pretty much all of the makeup for this look. And then sealing it all with my Makeup Revolution Matte Fix Setting Spray. This took about 5 takes for me to get this right because I'm using a broken fan, but oh well. I'm applying a single tooth. Everything I own is just in such bad shape. I am so sorry. Anyway, these are the Scarecrow Love Bite fangs, and they're pretty much perfect for any vampire cosplay. I love them and I swear by them. So before we do our wig, we're just gonna get our costume on. And here we go, we are nearly there. Next we want to grab a wig cap and contain this absolute rat's nest on my head. I literally take no time to pin my hair down, but it works fine. This wig is getting a little bit ratty just because of how much I've used it, and for the cosplays I've used it. Anyway, this is from Coscraft. If you're ever looking for a wig for cosplay and you live in the UK, then I would absolutely recommend their website. Spend a little bit of time just adjusting this to my head and making sure everything is sitting right, and then brush down my fringe and tidy everything up. What I want to do next is separate my fringe with the brush, and we're just going to take a little bit of hairspray, spray that to the tips of our fingers and bring the wig down into a point with our fingers. Then just applying hairspray all over the front of the wig, making sure I don't get any in my contact lenses. Please do take care when you are using hairspray around contact lenses. And there we have it. So this is our completed Thorn makeup look. I wanted to say this is my completed Thorn cosplay, but thanks to Fangs, it's not a cosplay, it's a cosplay. I do apologise about the list that's been caused by these fangs. It is completely unavoidable and is quite a charming part of every vampire cosplay that I do. I just cannot speak with fangs in normally. I'm kind of questioning Thorn's tactics here. This just doesn't seem practical for singing. I can't speak. This doesn't seem practical for singing whatsoever, so it's not practical for speaking, so who knows how she manages to get through full gigs in vampire gear. But she does it. We also need to remember she's a cartoon character and that she doesn't actually exist. So yeah, thank you all for coming by and watching me get ready into the Thorn cosplay. So usual disclaimer, I'm not a professional in any way, shape or form. I'm just someone who likes to dress up and that's it. So yeah, if you liked this video, please do drop me a like below. If you'd like to see other cosplay content, such as me building props, sewing things, not just doing makeup, I do a whole variety of stuff on this channel. Do give me a subscribe. My battery is about to run out, so I need to go right now. Thank you all for staying by and taking the time to listen to me. I appreciate you all so much.